Mhuri yeZimbabwe kusangana kwatiri kuita zvakare ipo pano paZimu News update apo patinoda kupa mafirst hand update anonga ari kuitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe. So kana uri mutsva usabve pano usina kusubscribe, kulike nekushare. Sekuzva kwatiri kuita svondo rapfuura iro mhuri yeZimbabwe vaMunangagwa vakashevedza maretired generals vanova variwo vari kupokana neconstitutional amendment ya bill number 3 katatu. Kekutanga vakavashevedza vakavapindura rafu vachizotaura kuti anenge ahwina vakavashevedza futi vauda kunyasa kunzwisisa kuti chii chikunyasa kumboitika kana kuti vangada kuvapa mari vakaramba, then vakazovashedza futi kechitatu mhuri yeZimbabwe. Ndozvaida kunzwa kuti chavakashedzerwa kechitatu. So takuona kuti vaMunangagwa vanenge vane pfungwa mbiri pari zvino, because vaMunangagwa vanogona vari kupushwa nana kudata gorei nana Wikinoch ivo vasi kutombozvida sort of like zvaitwa napresident Robert Mugabe zve vachipushwa nana Kasukuwere nanani, but ivo vanga vatochembera munhu ane 92 years anoramba achipushwa nevamwe vanhu kutoti because ana Kasukuwere vanga vari kuma 40 something years mazuva acho, saka varamba vachipushwa kuti tirambe tichidye isusu. So ndozvikuita president Emerson Mnangagwa pamwe. So tichanzwa kuti magenerals acho zvinenge zvakamira sei mhuri yeZimbabwe. Tiri kuona vaMunangagwa wakapa vachief justice Malaba pakaipa mhuri yeZimbabwe. Iye chief justice Malaba aidefenda Mnangagwa, but iye constitutional court yakatadza kudefenda chii chimwe, akumusha akurima akapiwa tractor nengoro neUD negejo napresident Emerson Mnangagwa kutenda basa ravakashanda. Toziva kuti chief Luke Justice Malaba ndowakarana election ya 2018 ya Nelson Chamisa navaMunangagwa yaya pakazobuda zvisina kunaka mhuri yeZimbabwe. So tiri kuona nawo wakumusha kwavo wakupurazi kwavo vakuita zvekurima, ndosaka vakapiwa tractor. President Emerson Mnangagwa ari kuramba kuita. So tiri kuona pana pamhuri yeZimbabwe apa paSABC kwavari kutaura kuti zvinhu zvakamira zvakadai so chimwe atonzi enda haatonyare hake, which public was given the opportunity because vangatora kuti hearing yakaitwa and everything zvakaitwa chicho kunana SABC wachinyepa chii chimwe. So takuti nezvemacomparative tinawo pano tinzwa kuti zvakamira 1-1.
Can he bring into the finishing of that project? And are there no other people that are existing right now, even in their parties and PF, that can take over and finish those projects?
So Uncle Jed, like even to the points that you're making there, this also reflects on the ZANU-PF in its entirety. And when I was reading the letter, there was something really interesting there. There was a distinction that was made between the citizens and ZANU-PF membership and those that are in ZANU. So when then now these generals and the what was it? The generals, the ex-military generals, and then there's another. I'm forgetting the language that they used. Civil servants, right? They're basically taking the position of there is those trying to push the 2030, as we know, and then there is the generals, which I believe that Chiwenga is also a part of that. But then it also starts to bring into question of when then we're encouraging the citizens to pick a side, what side are we encouraging them to pick? Are we encouraging them to pick even the side of the generals? Even if the generals might be using the citizens as a cushion for them to legitimize their pushing Mnangagwa out. Now, this is where now I feel where we're at, whilst we don't want Kev 3 to go in, but I wonder if there's also an element where we also have to be very mindful in terms of what we are championing for because of 2017. Now, had we seen the use of citizens being authentic, and right now we're actually having the fruits of that labor, then we'd say, yeah, 100%. But what confidence do we have that if we're going behind the generals and their message, or if that's the option that we have, then we'll take that option? And also,
okay,
go ahead.
No, because me, okay. To me, there are only two sides here.
Okay.
We've got the citizen side, this citizen side, and we've got the Gananda side. That is what is existing.
And so you're putting in any disgruntled ZANU-PF member
Yes,
into.
if they want to be citizens, they'll come and join the citizens of Zimbabwe. But if they want to be Ziganandas and part and parcel of the Ziganandas, we are seeing them. Those that ululate and those that stand behind Ziganandas, we are seeing them. So there are only two sides, to this equation here. We have got the citizen side, those who are calling for them to respect our constitution and to respect us as a people. And then there's this side of those that are thinking with their stomachs, or those that are being paid the trinkets to push the agendas and the narratives that you are seeing, out there. There's no middle ground here. There's no middle ground. Me, I'm not even thinking about, 2017, because 2017 gave us lessons. There are lessons, that we were taught by 2017 that you cannot go into this thing, blindingly. Because you can be duped at the last moment. But I'm saying, us as the Zimbabwean people, because that is where the pressure has to emanate from, the Zimbabwean people. Let us inundate, if we can inundate the Constitutional Court with these applications, let us do that. If we can do anything that we can do as a people to show good as the citizens of Zimbabwe, we are not prepared to take this lying down. If you decide to exclude us in the manner with which you have done, because if they wanted this to be a citizen initiative, they should not have done what they did during the 3 months. Or even to clandestinely bring this thing into existence in the manner with which they did. Zimbabwean people deserve a breather. We've suffered enough. It's been over 2 decades, right now. Generations have come and have perished. Our young people are dying needlessly. Needlessly, our young people are dying. Our young people are not living to fulfill their potential of rebuilding Zimbabwe at the present moment. They are not.
So how do you suggest that we don't have a repetition of 2017? And this is again in light of this letter that has happened. Like, because you're saying, Zreni, this is now everyone who is anti-Cab 3 should join the citizens movement. And absolutely, like, I'm in agreement with you. But then from your opinion, what do you think is a good way for citizens to sort of protect themselves from being hookwinked?
As being hookwinked. History has told us or has shown us the power of citizens. And this is what I believe in. You see, I'm not believing in a power of citizens that congregate around maybe probably a personality or probably, but I am believing in a citizen that congregate behind the Constitution. Because the Constitution is the one that we want to defend. We are not defending an individual here or a personality. We are defending the Constitution. We have had so many spaces here that spoke about citizen resistance. The things Uyu Chari is on record telling us there are how many Chari? 196 ways of resisting.
198.
Yes, 198 ways of resistance, of resisting. That right there speaks to the role and the power that citizens can have to push back against the mutilation of the Constitution in the manner with which that this government wants to do, or a few people in this government want to do, because there is no citizen at the center. I don't know how I can explain that, and I don't know how we can put it across to the people of Zimbabwe so that they understand that this is about their future. This is about their now and their tomorrow and their future. This is about the generation that is to come. What legacy are we leaving? Or what is it that we are leaving for these people? How are they going to be judging us when they do eventually inherit this country? When they looking back at us as the custodians, what is it that they are going to say about us, about this moment, and how we behaved during this moment?
I'll quickly just do a quick submission because I just wanted to ask a question to gauge your thought process here. So I'll just quickly submit and then I'll drop off and I'll be
No
silent.
problem. Go ahead.
But I think it's really interesting what you're saying. And for me, I'm always just thinking based on always listening to the citizens and hearing their concerns and hearing where maybe some people might have reservations. And I think that obviously now as we pursue sharing the message of a united citizenry, it does need to be one that says, look, no matter what party you're from, we want to be inclusive according to our constitution. It doesn't matter what party you're from. And I think there is an element of saying, and what I'm saying is very painful to say, but there's an element of not excluding even those that are in ZANU PF that are challenging the constitution. However, our communication now to whoever it is that we are passing this message to needs to have some sort of reassurance that you are not going to be doing the bidding of ZANU PF. Like if we refer back again to the Geza movement, many people didn't want to because they were saying Chinuche ZANU, we're just fighting ZANU's battles. So we do need a way to communicate that tells the citizen, look, this is your battle. They can join you if they want to, but you're not doing the bidding of ZANU PF. And so I think that's where now, for me, when I'm sort of like reading this letter, I sort of see nuances within the letter that uses the citizen as a cushion for someone else's agenda as opposed to the actual movement. And here I'm only referring specifically to the letter, but I know that many other people like Ibo Mundaza, as I mentioned, um other opposition leaders have been speaking up against. And if we can begin to see a unity of all those leaders coming together under one accord, one message, and one approach, that would be really good. Because then at least at that point we know, Kuti, we're not divided in our approaches. Even actually if there is multiple approaches, but we all have the same goal of what it is that we want. Having said that, there is also this conflict for me, which is truly and truly, we're tired of ZANU PF entirely, full stop. And so, are we are we just saying we're prioritizing not having KEB 3 go in power? But even then, can we also be mindful that we don't want ZANU entirely? So how can we ensure that as we're removing KEB 3 and making sure KEB 3 is not going through, we're also proceeding with removing ZANU PF in power? Because for it to get as far as it has, ZANU PF has enabled that. There's been some compliance that they've had to get that to where it is right now. So for me, I'll be interested to hear other people's thought process on this. But yeah, I'll end there for now because those are
Right.
just my concerns and views for now.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, for that, and thank you very much, for the engagement. Before I bring in, Lisa into the conversation, just to reiterate what I am talking about. Why us as citizens? Why we matter in this moment? We matter because the aspect of sovereignty is vested in the people of Zimbabwe, because that is explicit in our constitution, right? All political authority derives from the people of Zimbabwe. What that simply means is any attempt to alter the rules of the game, the rules of governance, especially to do with the changing how we elect our leaders, term limits, etc., etc. These